What's good, everyone? The fuck is this? I hate this stupid ass update. Yeah, what's good, everyone? So yeah, this is just be a Q&A video right now. I'm not really gonna go in. I don't really have nothing really to say right now. Only reason I'm doing this live stream is just to fucking waste time. Really, that's the only time I really come on live. It's just to waste time. I don't like going on live when I have a lot of things to do because I'll be on here. I could be on here for like 3 hours and like I'll be like, damn, I could have done this, this, and that. So I only be on live when I don't have nothing to do, or not even when I don't have nothing to do. When I'm trying to like waste the time, because like I like to do it when I'm doing a fast. That's the best time I like to like be like go live and shit. Or if I'm doing something, or I'm trying to wait, I'm waiting, or just trying to burn some time. But especially nowadays, really with this whole YouTube shit, because like there's really no point of coming on here really unless this is what you do. Like some people, they come in here to make some money, do whatever the fuck they got to do. And I'm not saying it's just all about money, really. It's about whatever the fuck you feel like it's about. Like you have niggas tell you, oh, it's about money, and don't tell. Like I was seeing there was this fucking video on my feed. It was this stupid ass nigga. He made a whole video talking about how don't let these spiritual people tell you it's not about money, because when they get off the phone, they go and they pay their bills. They go and they like, shut the fuck up, you stupid ass nigga. It's like, I'm not saying it's about money or it's not about money, but if you need another grown ass man to tell you what's life about, if it's about, bitch, what is it to you, nigga? I don't live your life. If life is about you needing some money because you can't pay something, then nigga, then you should know that based upon something that you want that you can't get because you need to pay and you want it. So that's common fucking sense. Why would you go and give up and sell your whole house and be a monk just because some YouTuber said it? You're fucking retarded. And why would you go and make a bunch of money if you don't want to do that just because some YouTuber said it? Like, use your common sense. Why do you gotta like? People are fucking weird nowadays. And all the time, this nigga like he's making videos and he don't even look like somebody who even makes money other than working at Walmart. So like at that point, you might as well just tell people to go get an application for Walmart, and no one needs your video or needs you to tell them that that's what they need to do. Stupid ass nigga. Like this shit has gotten people crazy, man. I don't I don't even think social media has gotten people mentally ill. I think it just brings out what you were already experiencing. Like if you're already mentally ill and you're already fucked up, if you get on it, you're gonna search stupid shit and watch stupid shit and perceive stupid shit. So if they tell you like if they tell you something stupid like to go out and vote, you're gonna go out and vote because you're already retarded and dumb. So you're more privy to act upon dumb shit being thrown at you. So if they tell you to go vote, you're gonna go vote. If they tell you to actually give a fuck what's happening in Palestine, you're gonna actually give a fuck what's happening because you're already fucking retarded. You listen to bullshit in your real life, so it's all just like a projection, really. So I don't think social media has gotten people mentally ill. I think it's just brought up the mental illness that was already in people. That's really what social media has done. That's all it really has done. So because when you really look at it though, like the most mentally ill people is the government. So that's really the problem and the issue with the world. Anyone who is what you call mentally ill is just exacerbated by what the government puts out. It ain't even really the person in general. Because people are mainly most people are products of the environment. Not to say that you have no fault of your own, but You're a product of your environment at the end of the day. And if you don't change, I don't want to say you're a product of your environment because you start off like that, but you can change it. You can realize and learn some shit to make you not be of that crap no more. But I don't think social media causes mental illness. I think it just brings it out of people that were already mentally ill. That's really what it is. Yeah. Yeah, like it's just so hard to believe though anything on here. Like I literally don't even believe anything. Like when I go on these other like platforms, even when I'm on my chat like right now, the views and everything, I don't believe any of that shit. Like it'll say there's nobody in the room, but it'll probably be like 3 people in the room. Or it'll say like it's like 20 people in the room, but then it'll go down to 4 people. Like I don't believe shit on this platform no more. Cause it's like it's crazy, man. Like and like when you see a lot of these games that they play, it's like how can you really like be confused why like the younger generation has no respect for adults because all they see is a bunch of grown ass men and women like acting like kids because everything like down to like shadow ban, even like when you look at the whole term shadow banning, like just think of that term shadow banning. That's a term that's in a lot of people's vocabulary is shadow banning. Why is it that shadow banning even exists? Like they say they shadow ban because they don't want you talking about something, which that isn't the reason. The reason they shadow ban is because they get butthurt. What don't they want you talking about? And like, first of all, like they act like somebody saying something is going to influence a lot of people. Like most people are retarded, so they can't be, especially nowadays, nobody can be influenced what another grown man or woman says. You're either going to believe it or not. So when you hear the concept of shadow banning has nothing to do with, oh, we're trying to block information from being seen. Shadow banning has everything to do with somebody's just butthurt and they got their feelings hurt and they're in the government and they don't like what you're saying. But you got to understand, like, why are you watching my video if you don't like what I'm saying? Just ignore it. And if what I'm saying is stupid, let it play out. Like, if I wanted to wear underwear on my head in public, it's not illegal, but I'm gonna look like a fool. It's embarrassing. So eventually, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to embarrass myself because I'm gonna be looking dumb. So if I'm saying something that's so stupid and out there and outlandish, why not just let me be a fool? If a million people watch my channel and I'm doing something dumb, let that embarrass me. Let it just play out, and eventually people will be like, I don't want to fuck with it. So this is how you can tell shadow banning has nothing to do with anything but somebody's feelings hurt. It has nothing to do with, oh, you're gonna speak the truth and wake people up. That's bullshit. You can't wake up people, especially nowadays. You can't wake up people. Don't you see the world the way it is? Like there's people who are fat and unhealthy and they need a health check. They know to get rid of certain foods. They know to fast. They know to do these things, but they don't do it. So there isn't. It's not about them not knowing what they need to do. It's just they don't want to do it. So you can't wake anyone up. So when they shadow ban people and they try to say, oh, it's about we don't want the information to spread. That's all. That's full of shit. That's not what it is. It's just somebody's feelings hurt. Because I remember somebody came on my channel and they said that's why we shadow ban you. I don't know if it was a like because I don't know what to believe really. It could have been some fucking troll. It could have been an actual real agent. But they were like, this is why we shadow ban you because what you say. But like when I read that comment, I was like, so you're butthurt over what I said, so you're shadow banning me. You obviously don't care about the people. Otherwise, fucking half these channels wouldn't even exist. The news, Fox News and CNN wouldn't exist because everything that comes out that network platform is bullshit. So the reason you're telling me this is why I'm shadow banned is because you don't like what I'm saying because it's fucking hurting your feelings. It's crazy, man, how we have a bunch of mentally ill people that like are in these positions, and like they're exercising their mental illness using their position and their influence. So if they could ban somebody, they ban somebody because it hurt their feelings. Whereas, like, why not just don't watch them? Remember when I told you about doom scrolling? Everything that comes from any type of thing that comes from this social media, like any vocabulary, it's a projection of the government. So when you hear the word doom scrolling, it's because the government doom scrolls. The government doom scrolls. So when they doom scroll, their version of doom scrolling is watching shit that gets them to want to shadow ban people, because shadow banning and doom scrolling is synonymous. You only shadow ban somebody because you're doom scrolling. And when you're doom scrolling, you're watching shit that you don't like, that's making you angry and upset. Why not just stop watching what's making you upset? Why do you have to doom scroll and then shadow ban and then start trolling, doom scrolling, shadow ban? All of that's synonymous. The government, they invented trolling. Anytime when somebody just goes and talks shit online to somebody, that's the government. They invented that. So anything that anyone's doing, like you have a troll that's not part of the agent, they get it from the aid from the government. Like you gotta you see what I'm saying? Like everything is a projection of them. So trolling, shadow banning, doom scrolling. The government does that at the highest level, and then this is where everyone else, they do it as well in like a little smaller form. And the reason they're doing it is because it's a learned behavior from like the actual people who do it. They do it on a bigger scale. Like if a celebrity says something that gets them angry and upset, what do? They do what they did to P. Diddy. The only reason that whole P. Diddy case went on for like fucking 3 years or however many years it did, all this whole time, and he was like fucking like public attention for like the last whole year, is because he hurt somebody's feelings. It has nothing to do with nothing important. It's crazy. And then they try to make it look like it's something that you need to pay attention to. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, like, and it's like even when you like, and even like with the whole algorithm thing, like the whole algorithm, it goes in line with what they want. Like the whole algorithm thing is getting played out because at one point that they used to manipulate the algorithm, and it at one, I don't even want to say it worked, but at one point it did work to a certain degree. But like since we're going into this new shift, it doesn't really work like that. So people are able to see it's bullshit because you could only do a scheme or a scam for so long before it starts losing energy. Not because people wake up from it, it's because of certain energetic shifts that we go through in life. Because in reality, we're always shifting through energetic shifts. So even if you don't realize something, if you're scamming somebody, they're either going to realize it or you're going to go through an energetic shift where even if they don't realize it, it's not going to allow them to do it no more. So with the algorithm thing, they were doing it at one point, but now it's losing fucking power because all this shit that they put in the algorithm, nobody cares about no more. Like nobody gives a fuck about. Like I was I was watching this. There was what's it called? There was this one channel that I seen. It was on my feed, right? And they were like talking about Young Pharaoh and shit and just trolling Young Pharaoh and like still, I'm like, how are you still talking about this nigga? He doesn't even have a page. And then he had a live stream of Young Pharaoh and he was on TikTok. And then he was watching Young Pharaoh and shit. And I guess like I don't know how TikTok works because I don't go on that platform. But like I was watching his TikTok live through YouTube on the dude's channel. And it was weird. It made me realize, and the reason I'm telling you that because this shit made me realize something. Like he was, I guess Young Fair was making money on TikTok, and people were. I don't know how this shit works, but people were sending him gifts,
And I'm thinking, and then the guy who was recording Young Pharaoh's like, I need to get on TikTok and make money like that. People are making money on TikTok. But then when I looked at it, I'm like, a lot of that shit seems so fucking like agent the fuck out. Like it's a lot of agents because like who the fuck is when you go on these platforms like OnlyFans and like and TikTok and people are sending people gifts and money, a lot of that shit is like government funded. Because you got to remember, everybody hated Nature Boy. Nobody liked Nature Boy. When Nature Boy was on YouTube, they kicked him off YouTube. Then he went to Bigo, which is the same thing as TikTok. They have like some stupid live shit and people send gifts and everything. And I was like, more people are on YouTube than they were on that platform. But why, when Nature Boy went on that platform, he was making a lot of money? You got to remember, like Nature Boy had like a bunch of agents following him and harassing him, and this was like government agents, so they were sending him money. So when you see these platforms, we're like, I'm not saying everybody on these platforms, but when you see a lot of these platforms that like people send gifts and donations, a lot of that is government funded. Like they send these influencers money to get the illusion. Because think about it, you got to use your common sense. Who the fuck is gonna watch an influencer that they don't know personally and just keep sending donations throughout the whole live stream? I can see if it's a person, they send like a $10 donation here and there or once every blue moon, but like the amount of money they make, you can tell that a lot of it is government funded because to get the image up. Like even with the whole OnlyFans thing, you don't know any grown man that pays for OnlyFans. You don't. But yet these people making millions of dollars. And when you look at the people who make millions, they're part of that whole they're part of that whole clique, that whole um that whole celebrity type click where it's like, so you can tell it's government funded. And then watch the moment that those people that get all these donations, the moment they say the wrong thing, see how quick their donations they dry up. They're complaining about lawsuits, or they're complaining about how their money's not there no more. Like, you see what I'm saying? So like, this is what I'm saying. Like it made me think when he was doing the live stream, because obviously like Young Pharaoh, he was getting donations, and I'm like, who the fuck is sending these people donations? Ain't nobody give a fuck about nobody like that to go send you that many donations throughout the whole live stream. So a lot of it is like it's government funded. So you gotta keep your eye out. And then and then the other niggas like, oh, I'm gonna go on here and I'm gonna make a bag on here too, because people like, you fucking retard, you don't see it. Like, I don't see how people don't see it. Like and he literally wasn't doing nothing in his live stream. He was just sitting there just dancing to some music. Who the fuck is sending money like that? I have a hard time giving money to a fucking bum on a motherfucking street nowadays. The fuck I look like giving it to some influencer? You got to be out of your fucking mind. You're retarded. I can see if somebody helped you. I can see if somebody helped you, or you got a service for them. But like, I'm not sending somebody some money. Like, even if I watch your live stream and you make and this shit's funny, I'm not sending you money. I'm not paying you to entertain me, bitch. Like, the fuck? I can entertain myself and it's free. Why the fuck would I pay somebody to entertain me? That doesn't make any sense. If I can entertain myself and it's free, it's fucking stupid. So like, that's why I'm saying like, this whole I don't that's why I don't trust nothing on this social media platform. I don't trust anything on here no more. Like, when it comes to all these people, even when I see these influencers making this money and all this shit, like, all I gotta say is, if you're trying to make some type of money, at least you have to be you gotta at least create something and it help people. And unless you're trying to steal some money or do like a scam, the only way you're really gonna make money is creating a product, and that product is able to help people in their life. That's how you make money. If you're not doing that, then you're not you're not making no fucking money. Even when you look at these agents who get paid, they're helping the government keep you in a certain state, or try to keep you at this point, because a lot of that shit's not even working. So they're not even going to be paying these people for that long. I'm pretty sure, because this shit's not working. So even when you look at these agents, it's only these agents are only getting paid by the government because they're helping the government. So whatever that they're doing is helping the government enough for them to say, I want to pay you. So any type of way you're making money is because you're helping somebody that has the money to pay you for it, unless you're doing a scam or you're stealing. You see what I'm saying? You're not. Otherwise, you're not got to be making. Even you go work at McDonald's, you're helping the company make millions of dollars a year, and they're going to give you a little crumb. So even McDonald's, it's the same shit. You got to understand. Like, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join. Like, if you guys only knew how many, I'm sure you guys already know, because like I'm not gonna act like you guys don't know. That's another thing. Like, you guys know what's going on. You're not stupid, and I've had my channel for how long? So that's another thing. Like, a lot of these platforms, they try to talk like their audience is dumber than they are. First of all, I'm not saying everybody on YouTube is smart. Anybody who's a retard isn't watching my page. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend we got a bunch of naive, dumbass people watching my page. This is why it's so easy to spot like a government agent, because like you'll have these agents go on these influencers pages and start trolling them, and which doesn't make sense, because like, if you look at it, the average person in real life, just like when I talked about the donations, ain't nobody donating because nobody has money to just waste. Even if people have, and it's not that people are broke and don't have money, it's even if you have money, why would you waste it on that shit? There's so many things to spend your money on. So when people watch my platform, it's only people who know what I'm talking about. There's nobody who's watching my platform who doesn't know what I'm talking about. Anybody who's a retard, who's dumb, who doesn't watch my shit, isn't watching my shit. So when I see an agent come in here and start trolling, it's easy to know it's a government agent. Or you watch these other platforms and they'll have agents on their. It's easy to tell it's a government agent, because like there'll be a topic that the influencer's talking about, and this shit is so deep that the average person who watches TikTok videos would not even be on that dude's page. But for some reason, you see like a whole bunch of trolls, so-called trolls that are supposed to be regular people, trolling this person. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Because the average person, if they don't like something, they're not going to watch it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't make any sense. So even, this is why I say, even with these fake ass pages, it like they make a TikTok page and then they'll be complaining about the government. But the reason the government does that, so they can get people to believe that life is a certain way. But it doesn't work in this new shift, because anybody that's watching that already believes it. Anybody who doesn't believe it doesn't believe it. You can't get somebody to believe what they don't believe in this new time. You either believe it or don't. So if let's just say I was the government and I was trying to make people believe that um, you should care about fucking Palestine, which that's the dumbest shit ever. The government's gonna make a video trying to entice you to believe it, and then they'll get a bunch of views thinking that, oh, people believe it, but it doesn't make sense. Anybody who's watching that stupid ass shit believes it already. They probably donated to that dumbass shit. They probably believe like it's important to help these people, and that's probably an important topic to talk about. There's nobody like me or you who's gonna go on that platform and be convinced that you should give a fuck about Palestine. That's the dumbest shit ever. You see what I'm saying? Nobody. Anyone who's on that platform is a fake view, or it's the few people who believe in that shit already. And those are the same dumbass people who probably believe in that it's normal to vote. So it's like, because we're in a new time right now. Like, I'm not gonna talk to you guys like you know, like you don't know what's going on. You already know the get down. Like, a lot of these influencers, they try to act like they're smart, intelligent, by making it seem like the audience doesn't know. And oh, like even the whole term "unk," like they have this whole term "unk" and oh, big homie. All of that shit is like some fucking like, oh, I'm a stupid ass nigga and I need you to come in and show me the way. Like, get your stupid ass out here, nigga. I'm not your unk. You're not my unk. You're not my big homie, or none of that shit. Like, get that dumb ass shit out of here. And there's always a nigga that wants to talk. You see, those are nigga terms, unk and big homie. It's always a black, and then they get mad when the white man calls them boy. Oh, what's up, boy? Don't call me boy. That's disrespectful. But boy is synonymous with unk and big homie, because when you say somebody's a big homie, that means you're like beneath them. The same way a white man calls a black person a boy. It's like you're a boy. You're beneath me. So, but why is it okay when a black person calls another black person unc? When you say, "Oh, you're my," if it's my real uncle, then that's the only uncle I have. But if you're not my uncle and you're saying unc, that means you're looking at me like I need to listen to you. I'm beneath you, or in a way. If you're not my blood. Not to say my uncle, my blood uncle, is beneath me or whatever. That isn't, no, that's a blood uncle. But if you're not in my family and I'm calling you uncle, I'm looking at you like you're some type of like higher hierarchy. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Or, oh, you're the big homie. But yet, and it's only niggas with this term. It just shows you how black people, they're very naive. They're very like they think low of themselves when I hear these terms. Because you're not gonna allow a white man to call you boy and you're black, but yet you allow another nigga to say you're my little homie, I'm your big homie, or I'm unk. Fuck out of here, you stupid ass nigga. Don't call me any of that shit. Don't even call me brother. I remember some stupid ass white person thought, oh, brother, don't call me. I was like, don't call me brother. Like, that's hella disrespectful. Don't call me fucking brother. I'm not your. It's not even that I'm not your brother. It's don't call me that fucking word. Don't call me that word. Like, don't ever. God, that's one of the most disrespectful things to call me is brother. Don't call me brother. Like, the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, niggas like to sit there and they like to say shit because everybody's so indoctrinated. Nobody has their own mind. That's another reason I don't like social media. Really, is everybody, like, everything that comes out of everybody's mouth is from social media. So everybody is like a robot. Everyone, we want to talk about robots and AI. People been AI. Go to your average Gen Z. Go to the typical Gen Z. Everything. Let's just say Gen Z. Let's just say the average person who's 21 years old, 22, and probably from 18 to 22. Even older people. This is not just young people, but I'm just gonna do young people right now. When you go to because young people, they don't have no most young people, they don't have no experience. At least somebody in their 30s, even though they're retarded, they have more physical experiences throughout life. So I'm gonna keep it younger. If I go to these individuals that are like 18 to 22, everything that comes out of their mouth is gonna be solely based upon um, what they've seen on the internet. It's never gonna be nothing based upon experiences because most Gen Z, they don't have that much experiences. Not because they can't get experience, is because when you watch too much social media and you watch especially these spiritual videos and these self-help videos, the downside to these videos is they can lead you to not live life. So you have a lot of people that are 19, 20, 22, or fuck the age, any age, and they'll say, I'm not going to get into a relationship because um, relationships are toxic and it's negative. And this MGTOW channel told me that they got in a relationship and the girl broke up with him, which is very well true. But have you ever been in one? If you've never been in one and you're not going to be in one because of what somebody told you on social media, then you're missing out on life experiences. Because first of all, how do you know that's going to happen to you? Secondly, that's even if it does happen to you, that's life experience. So you have so many people that watch so much spiritual and self-help videos that they don't that everything is low vibrational. Everything they're trying so hard not to make a mistake that their life ends up becoming a mistake. So, oh, I can't be around this person because they're low vibrational. I can't work at this place because you can't have a 9 to 5. And I'm not telling you guys not to do this and that or work or whatever. But at the end of the day, if I tell you guys don't work a 9 to 5, a lot of you guys don't probably would. You guys would think I've never worked a nine. I've worked a 9 to 5 and I learned shit from it. I've been in relationships, even though I say fuck relationships. I've been in them before, so I'm speaking from that. I'm not speaking based upon I seen some video and they told me don't get in relationships. And so when you talk to Gen Z, everything that they do and they don't do is based upon what somebody said. It's not based upon I had this experience and this is what happened. So they have no real knowledge. So it lead when they go into the real world and shit happens in real life that you can't avoid, they feel naked. They feel like the world's gonna end because they're so used to trying to not to be in a situation. When they end up becoming in a situation, it feels like the world is ending and they did everything wrong. But it's like, no, bitch, you didn't do nothing wrong. Life happens sometimes. Bad things happen, good things happen, shit happen. But when you watch too much of this self-help shit, and the thing is, even when you watch a lot of this shit, a lot of the people that make these videos, a lot of the people who make these videos, you don't even know what they've been through in life. Some of these people probably had experiences and they're speaking because of that, but you're just looking at it as in, oh, I shouldn't do this. So you don't have no life experience or you don't have nothing. And everything that comes at you. And the thing is, these Gen Z, they feel like they're intelligent. They feel like they're smart, like they know everything. But it's like everything that you know is based upon what somebody told you. Like there was somebody in my family, they were saying, "Oh, we're Native American, or Black people are native to this country," and I'm like, "No, we're not native." First of all, I'm African. My dad's African. I'm come from Africa. The way I look is African. I'm not no Native American, so don't get me mixed up with that shit. That's disrespectful to Native Americans for me to say I'm Native, and I know damn well my dad's from Africa, and I know my lineage from there, and I look like I'm African. So I'm not Native American. So, but yet there are other Black people in my family say, "Oh, we're from here." But when I look at their life experiences, it has nothing to do with their lineage, and they don't do no they haven't took no blood ancestry test or nothing. They just watch YouTube and TikTok. So I know they're getting that from the internet. So when they say, "Oh, we're from here," I already know, and I know they watch TikTok all day. So I was like, I'm not native. I wasn't even gonna argue with them. I'm like, I know I'm not that. So if you're not that, and you're related to me, you're not that as well. Like, so it doesn't make any sense. We come from the same parents, so you're not that as well. But they want to keep arguing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna argue with you. All I know is I'm not that, and don't call me no Native American. If you want to say you have some in you, because at this point you could probably have a little bit of you because everybody's fucking each other, okay, then we get it in terms of like shit mix. But percentage wise, I'm not that. So I was like looking like that's what it made me kind of realize, like nobody knows really what the fuck's going on. Everybody just watch researching what's on the internet. That's why I say try to get yourself away from this shit and have life experience. And a lot of the things you worry about aren't even important. A lot of the shit you niggas worry about aren't even important. Like, why do you even give a fuck about, like, I'm not to say that's not important, but what's important is what you're doing in life to better yourself. I don't even want to say better yourself because it's not even about that. Like, it's about living a fulfilling life, a truly fulfilling life. That's really what it's about. If you're not fulfilled, if you're not doing what you want to do in life and you don't feel like you're in harmony with life, then that's a problem. That's the only thing that's important. Everything else, you're just trying to get it for your ego. That's why I say this whole fucking social media shit is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I don't even trust it no more. That's why like I'm a hold back. I don't even like to even be on here and speak information, to be honest. Like I don't even like to, like how I used to sit there and like, cause like who am I really teaching out here? Like think about it. Who am I really teaching? A lot of this shit that I know that I'm teaching you guys, like it's common sense. You should know it. Like no, ain't nobody. And like I said, anybody who's watching my page, you already know what the fuck is. You know the get down. There's nobody on my page who's a fucking retard. Like I've never witnessed so many retarded people ever in my life. But yet we supposedly have social media. We have all this AI and this GPT shit. But yet I've never experienced a time in my life where I've seen this many retarded people. And this shit started after the pandemic. The pandemic, it amplified it because that right there made it evident. Because everybody who believed in the narrative, which was most people, that was like the breaking point, which showed how fucking retarded society is. Because before the pandemic, it, it was more, everything was more hidden. You had people in your family, you had friends, and you thought they had common sense. But once that pandemic hit, because people forget the pandemic happened, that whole 2020 shit. Remember how people that you thought had common sense, even spiritual people, you got people that were, even people in the fasting and breatharian community, they believed that this virus was an actual real thing. Like all people that I was like, they're breatharian or they're supposed to, they went on these fasts and they're into veganism. These people believe in the pandemic shit. So that right there was like the breaking point for me where I started seeing society get dumber and dumber. And it's funny because as this AI gets released, I see people even getting more dumber. So nobody can tell me that ChatGPT and AI is some type of intelligent thing if society is getting dumber. Like all it's really doing is just all AI is another calculator. When people were able to calculate large numbers, did that make people smarter, or that just made people be able to calculate numbers quicker? So it's the same with AI. It's just like a life calculator where people are just gonna be too lazy to do shit. Like even when you want to say, "Oh, AI could build a house," but when did you want to learn how to build your own house and learn how to do that yourself so you can create like I don't get it. That's why I seen in my post like the thing that AI that it should be used for is the thing everybody's saying it shouldn't be used for. Like when you hear about AI with music, AI with video games, AI for movies, people will sit there and be like, "No, we don't need AI for that because I want a real." Like, shut the fuck up, dude. That's the thing it should be used for. It's for video games, movies, music. That's the only thing I really look at AI should be used for. Everything else, people need to learn how to do themselves. Everything else, people need to learn how to do themselves. But when it comes to entertainment, that's really where it should be taken at. Is with music, video games, and movies. Because like most people don't know how to make, especially when this new shift we're in, most people are losing a creativity, like I said in my post, because everything is becoming more like real. So this is why like movies aren't as good anymore. The rap music industry is trash. It's always been trash, but it's gotten worse. It stopped being good around 2020, 2021. That's when it really crashed. And like because it's not that they can't make good rap no more. I feel like a lot of it has to do with the shift, because a lot of people, when it came with the rap music, everybody used to rap about like what they were doing in the streets, and they robbed the plug and all this other shit. But when you look at it now, you can't really rap about that shit without looking retarded, because we already know that the feds control that shit. You ain't shooting nobody like that, and if you are, your ass is in jail or you're a puppet, and you about to be like all these niggas that are in jail right now because the government put them there. Like, so it don't even sound really cool no more, because it's hot as fuck. Like, I don't want to be around somebody who raps about killing people and actually doing it, because your ass is about to go to jail. So like anybody who rapping about it, if you're doing it, you're about to go to jail. And if you're not doing it, you just look like a lying ass bitch. So that shit don't even seem cool no more. That's the music. The movies and the video games, they can't even really do it no more, because it takes with the technology, it takes so much money and time and energy for them to actually make a good movie and shit. And this is why most of the movies suck. So it's like AI movie, video games, and music is the only things that should be good for. Everything else is like we don't need that shit no more. So it's like, but then you'll have people say that, oh, those are the things AI shouldn't touch. But and amidst all of this AI shit, people are getting dumber. People are getting more retarded. I've never seen this amount of retarded, stupid people in the world. Like, even when I be going on like all these other spiritual channels I used to watch and shit. Like, I be going on Black Magic 363. I be going on like Seven Bomar's channel, and it's like it seems like the shit that they release just keeps getting dumber and dumber. Like this nigga talking about the Omega code, the final code to the Matrix. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about, you stupid ass nigga? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And then you'll have these fucking platforms. They'll like do a whole 4 hour live stream just talking about TikTok videos. And then like they'll be quote commentating on TikTok videos. And I'm like, I automatically, anybody who uses TikTok as a platform for any type of source of knowledge and information, I automatically can't even fuck with you. Like, because there's nothing on TikTok that's intelligent. Like all of that shit is retarded. Like that's the shit Gen Z gets on. Like if you're like a bored, miserable, depressed Gen Z and you need to watch shit about what's going on in the world, that's you go on TikTok for that shit. That's the place people go when they don't know what the fuck they don't know really nothing. Like it's weird. It's just shit that make you feel good. It's like going to church. People go to church on Sunday. You got fucking Gen Z and all these degenerate motherfuckers. They go to TikTok. That's their church because what does the church tell you? They tell you what you want to hear. That's all the church does. It tells you what you want to hear. It's fucking retarded, man. That's why I'm like, I'm taking a break off that. Like, I literally don't even use social media other than entertainment. Like if I'm on here, I watch shit that's entertaining. Like shit that's entertaining. I don't watch. There's no knowledge on here anymore. Like social media is not meant. The only time I watch something that's knowledge is if I'm trying to learn how to do something. Like if I'm trying to fucking if I want, let's just say I decide that I want to fix my brakes and I want to buy the brake pads, or my headlight went out because something happened. So I'm trying to fix my headlight. So I might buy the parts for my headlight and do it myself, so I don't have to go and pay money at the. I will learn shit like that. That's what I will learn. That's what I will learn is if my headlight went out because I had a little fucking accident the other day. Well, it was a few weeks ago. I had bumped into somebody because my tire was already fucked up, and my tire was flat, and I didn't get it changed in time, and it was raining, and then I was driving and I tried stopping, and it didn't stop like it was supposed to, and I hit this bitch in the back of her car and shit. I just sped the fuck off. I was like, I'm not stopping because I don't have no insurance and I don't feel like it was raining and I had a bunch of shit in the car that I need to put in the refrigerator. So I'm like, I'm not about to wait. So I just drove the fuck off. And this bitch she tried following me, but there was the reason I got away was because she tried following me, but there was a red light and I didn't stop at the red light. She stopped at the red light. So if you're chasing somebody that doesn't plan on stopping at red lights, bitch, you should probably not stop at a red light. But she was too stupid, so I just went past the red light and she stopped chasing me, and then I just went. But my car really, it's an older car, so it's kind of slow. So she probably would have caught up to me if it wasn't for that fucking red light. But yeah, my headlight it went off. It got knocked off and shit. So I'm trying to. Well, I don't even need to fix it because the headlights it actually works. It was the blinker light, the one that the front blinker light. So the headlight still works. So at night I can still drive with the headlight. That works. But the blinker light was just fucked up, and I don't need to drive with that. So I'm not about to get that shit repaired. But I was looking at like how to fix it, and like so I can see using AI or not even AI, but like social media, watch a YouTube video learning how to put my light on, I would do that shit. I don't mind learning. That's the only type of learning. But ain't nobody gonna tell me about no spirituality or no nothing. Not to say that I'm not gonna say there's nobody out there. There are still people out there that do drop some spiritual knowledge. And I'm not saying what they're saying is wrong or nothing, but I'm saying at this point in the game, like a lot of the shit even that they're saying is stuff that you should already know. It's like because if you do a certain amount of self-healing, there's certain realizations that you will come in contact with and know yourself. They're teaching you this because they're like they're helping you. You don't. It's not that you need them. So anybody who's dropping any real spiritual, because there are people dropping real spiritual information, and I'm not talking about them because they know what they're talking about. But the fact that you need to go to somebody, that's the thing. It's like you don't need to go to a restaurant to have a cooked meal. You can make your own meal, but you go to a restaurant for the convenience. So when you're with these other spiritualists who are dropping truth, I'm not saying there's no spiritualist dropping truth, but you're going to them because your ass is too lazy to do the work yourself to know that what you already should know. It's not that you need to go to them. It's you're going to them for convenience. So there are a few people who do speak some spiritual truth, and I'm not talking about them, and I'm not shitting on them. I have respect for those people, but I'm saying like in general. Like you really shouldn't even really be needing anybody's help. Now you should know what you need to do, especially in this year that we're in, 2025. With the year 2025, like you got to get in. We're almost done with this year. Literally in 2 months is gonna be New Year's. Everybody's gonna be drunk. Every fat ass and their mother's gonna be doing resolutions on going to Planet Fitness just to not go in the next 2 weeks. So we're almost at that time of year. So like that, as I'm saying, this shit and breathe, and then soon after that, it's gonna be March, and then we're gonna be in the new year, the real new year, because the real new year doesn't start till the end of March, Aries season. So that's usually when the shifts happen. That's when all the changes happen. That's why nothing happens during fucking January. Every fat ass and their mother, they're back at the McDonald's drive-thru in 2 weeks from the resolution that they made to not be a fat ass. Nothing really happens because there's no the energy of that time isn't sufficient to really do anything. But once we get into like March, April, end of March, actually March, because when you start filming that shit, the beginning of March, probably after probably once we get into Pisces, because Pisces is the last sign, so you're gonna see a lot of endings. Once we get into Pisces season, you already start feeling that energy because shit starts ending, and then Aries season comes in. It's like a new beginning. And this next Aries season is gonna be very intense, extremely intense because it's in Saturn's gonna be in Aries, and then once we get into Aries season, the moon and the sun is gonna be conjuncting Aries. So there's gonna be a lot of planets in Aries, and Aries is gonna be in Saturn, and Aries doesn't like to be in Saturn. So it's gonna be a very, very dark time for most people if you didn't actually do what you're supposed to do within the last year, especially last few years, but let's just say the last year because it's different. Like, but let's just say the last year, because next year is going to be a very, very dark year. Like, so I said, like, you're going to have to really want to get on your shit, like, right now, because once Aries season comes, it's going to be a very, very, very dark time. Very dark. I don't want to say it's dark for everyone. Like, if you haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's going to be dark. If you've been doing what you're supposed to be doing, then it's gonna be good. Let's just say that. Like I don't like it because it's that this energy we're going to is really not a prosperous, not a really good energy. Not to say you can't get shit done and positive things can't happen. I'm not gonna say that, but you got to understand, like we're gonna be in a lot of there's gonna be a lot of somber, dark energy coming into next year, and it's only going to affect you if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Like I want to reiterate that it's not a dark time. It's you have to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like I'm done. Like it's like I don't talk about fasting, healing no more. Like I'm not. I'm done talking about that shit. Not because it's not beneficial. It's just most people on this channel don't want to hear it. And if I ever do go back into doing it, it's going to be something I do as like I'm gonna start charging people money for, and I'm gonna have to open another platform and do it and do it a different way. I'm not gonna come on here and because I already know most people on this channel they're not trying to hear it, and most people aren't even taking that advice. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I need to just find a different niche audience for that and do it in a different way. And I'm not. That's not even my focus right now. My focus is on other things, and that will come. Like I said, like if you start trying to force something, then that's the one way. Sure, it's not gonna work. So I'm not even focused on it, but I don't speak on it because I know most like we're at a time right now where everyone knows what they need to do. So if no one is doing what they're supposed to be doing, then that's on them. It's crazy. I dropped the link if anybody wants to join. The fuck? Damn, I've been online for 50 minutes already. That's crazy. You didn't even feel like it. Yeah, the time is going by hella quick too. Like I've noticed, like every month, the days go by a lot quicker. It's going by hella quick. This shit ain't no. It's just like I feel like with this whole time shifting, it's gonna change the way you like reality is in a way. Like my battery had ran out, so I forgot to charge my shit. But I forgot what I was saying. Something I forgot what I was saying. Who gives a fuck? Oh yeah, I know what I was saying. I was saying life is like time is actually is it's excel. I notice each month the time is going by quicker and quicker, and like it's crazy. Like especially when I'm like off like just fucking around and wasting time. I've noticed it's a lot worse. Like time is it goes quicker. So like you really want to be on your shit now because before you know it, like because I honestly feel in a certain way we're at the end of time. Like life is over in a certain way. Like I, I don't want to say life is over because it isn't, but on a certain aspect, we're at the end of life. Life isn't even here no more on a certain aspect. So like for most people, their situations the way they are, they're pretty much done. Because like that's one thing. A lot of the spiritual community they try to make you look like oh, there's chosen ones, and you're gonna go to the heaven and go to God, or you're gonna go to some fifth dimension when you die, and like that's not gonna happen for most people. Like most people, even if they, like, there's some people that are so lost in their own bullshit. Even if they do everything right, they're still gonna end up like in like a worse situation than certain other spirits. Like you can be somebody like have you ever noticed like you see somebody who's autistic and retarded and they're just so lost in their own brain and they don't know anything. People like that are an example because they can't really they the only thing they can do is live out their energy, their karma, and I don't want to say karma, but they just live it out and then get to where they need to get to. They're so no matter what they do, they're still gonna end up having to come back and um like be less of a retard. Like so like because you got this whole spiritual community trying to they try to teach people and tell people that oh you got to go to the fifth dimension when you die or we're the chosen one we're going to go to the gates of heaven and whatever the fuck they believe in. And like, you gotta like use your common sense. Like, when you go to the average person that talks that shit, what have they done in their life, or for like society? Not this fake society, like the Matrix and the working. Like, fuck that shit. But what have they done for the real world and for themselves to actually deserve any type of like afterlife of peace and bliss? And it's not even that, like, there's no such thing really as afterlife of peace and bliss. It's just different levels to it, because what can be blissful and happy, eventually you're gonna get tired of that. So what it like, it's just about going up in levels. But what, most people haven't even passed this level. What makes you think they're gonna go somewhere? Like, people just say that shit to make them feel better. It's like a coping mechanism that they use to make them feel better about life and where they're at, because they know they're not gonna do shit. It's kind of like the government and the people who run it. They know that when they die, it's bad for them, but they have to have coping mechanisms and certain like religious and shit to make them feel like they're more superior and they're going somewhere, like, where you know damn well, like Donald Trump and all these people in government, they're probably not even gonna come back here. Like, their spirit is fucked. They're done. So, but they need to like cope and shit. So a lot, that's what they have, this chosen one. Like, somebody say, "Well, I'm a chosen one." Like, fuck. First of all, who the fuck are you? Like, you're a chosen one, but your whole fucking YouTube channel is about you going through problems and issues and being targeted. Oh, they're targeting me because I'm a chosen one. Shut the fuck up, dude. Like, maybe you're getting targeted because you're a fucking devil and you're a demon, and like, and all targeting means is just your life is just shit. That's when somebody says that I'm being targeted, that means that their life sucks and they're not living a fulfilling life. So everything they just have, it means bad luck. So anybody that says, "Oh, I'm being targeted," that means they just got a shit ton of bad luck. Nigga, I don't even want to be around you if you're targeted. How you targeted and you're a chosen one, but yet you have bad luck? That's all targeted means nowadays. Like, people like to like change it. Oh, instead of God, it's higher self. Instead of bad luck, I'm a targeted individual. No, bitch, you just have bad luck. So you're not going, if you can't even generate happiness on earth, what makes you think when you die you're not gonna be? Like, people are so stupid. Like, when you have a dream, anybody who dreams, do you always dream of something peaceful and blissful? Do you control your dreams? No, you don't. Sometimes you have nightmares, sometimes you don't have nightmares. Do you control your real life? No. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. So why do people think when they die they're gonna go somewhere where chosen ones go? And like, no, bitch, if you can't control your dreams, if you can't control reality, what makes you think when you die you're gonna be able to control what happens after that? If you can't even bring happiness on earth, you can't even bring happiness in your dreams. You think when you die you're gonna somehow be able to bring happiness? It's all the same shit. It's all connected. It's all the same shit. You wouldn't even be here. Whatever happened before you were born, it, it's responsible for this. Just like whatever you're doing right now, it's responsible for after you die. You don't remember being born, so when you die, you probably won't remember that. You're just gonna be in a different state of awareness, doing something else than what you're doing now. So like, don't you think all of it's connected? And then like, it's common sense. It's not like, oh, where's your proof? Like, bitch, you have a dream, right? You're living life, right? You're aware of something. You're doing something right now. You're watching this video. You just put your clothes on. That you're doing something. When you have a dream, you're doing something. You don't remember going to sleep. You just remember you're in your dream and you're doing something. So when you die, don't you think you're gonna just be transported and be doing something else? And that's afterlife. And then from there, eventually that's gonna dissipate and you'll come back into a real life and then do something there. And then in your real life, you're gonna go to sleep and dream and do something. You're always doing something. Like, it's common sense. So like, why I don't get these whole chosen one niggas talking about how, oh, they're going to this heavenly place and shit, and like, oh, the devil's attack. Like, you have this one crazy lunatic ass bitch say like, anybody who lives a peaceful, prosperous life is working for the devil. So at that, if that's even true, which is not, that means the devil's more powerful than the God that you believe in. So like, if that's even the case, then that devil can dictate where you go more so than the God you believe in, that you say you have faith in. So wouldn't you just, wouldn't it make sense to just work for the devil then at that point? That doesn't make sense. But we know that's bullshit, because you can't do that. Like it doesn't make sense, because there's other people who live prosperous lives who aren't demonic. Like, and if you look at these people, they'll say, "Oh, if anybody who lives a good life, they work for the devil." But when you look at their definition of a good life, it's money, it's like meaningless happiness, shit that like you're only happy when you get something that's material or something that isn't lasting. It's never like doing self work, getting out of your addictions, your mental illness. It's never that. That's real true happiness is overcoming desires, overcoming mental illness, changing the way you think. Like a lot of these people, they're demonic themselves. Yeah, I dropped the link if anybody wants to go join and you have anything to say about what I'm saying. I honestly feel like you attract who you are in this life. I honestly feel that because it's funny how like I'm gonna tell you guys some funny ass some. I don't know if this is a coincidence, but like like it's just weird. Like you remember when I used to have like I used to do my live streams and I used to have like 15, 16, 17 views people in my chat at one time. I used to even have more sometimes. It's funny when I was getting that many views, like how I like the amount of giving a fuck that I actually had was so much more than it is right now. And like I feel like a lot of that had to do with like me attracting that because I actually gave a fuck about this shit. So when I was talking, I actually thought I was actually doing something. So I attracted people who are in that frequency and vibration of like on some bullshit, caring about shit that's not important. So now that I don't care about shit that's not important, I know it's like my views on my live stream aren't as high because I don't give a fuck about shit that's not important. So therefore, I'm not attracting people that aren't important anymore. That like you see, I'm not attracting those people who give a fuck about shit that isn't important. Because like I really don't even give a fuck about this platform, and it's like somehow like motherfuckers like they can like, something within the energy was able to sense that they're like that's why my views aren't even like where it was before. I noticed that. Well, and it doesn't really affect me because first of all, I wasn't even making money off YouTube, so that's one. That's like the main reason I don't give a fuck because I wasn't making money. Like if I was making money off YouTube and I was getting paid, then that'll be a different story because I was getting paid and I lost money, but I never made money on this shit. So that's one reason I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm so like so I never really because even when you do make money off this platform, you gotta be able to maintain it and keep it. Because I've seen a lot of platforms, even one of the dude, what's his name? I don't know his name, but his name was he named one of his handles was Free Diddy. He was on my platform. I'm pretty sure you guys remember who he was. He came in my live a few times. I think that was that nigga the last live I was on. But he had a channel. He had like over 100,000 subscribers. He said he was getting paid like 9,000 a month from it at one point. Um, which I believe him. I think he was because his channel was big, but he was getting paid a lot of money. And he said they took his. I think they took his channel down or something like that. And you see how all of that shit was gone, and they took it down because he probably said something that wasn't right, and that when they put you in the algorithm, this is why you have to be walking on eggshells and you can't be yourself because once you're in the algorithm you pretty much give up your rights to be yourself and you're constantly walking on eggshells so because you have mostly bots watching you so and the government spying on you so he probably said the wrong thing and you see how his money just went like that. That's why you never want to put your whole energy on this platform when it comes to sustaining yourself making money. If you have something you want to teach and you're really passionate about it, then put your all on it. Because at that point, it doesn't matter if whatever. Like I'm always gonna be on here because I like doing this, and so I don't care. But if you're doing it for money and sustainability, then you don't want to put your whole energy on this shit. Because you see how his shit went down. That's what I'm saying. Like me, when my shit was that because it's funny how like they be fucking with my views. I think like it'll be at like 10 views, but it'll go to like 1 view, or sometimes it'll be 4 people in the room, but it'll say it's only one peer people. That's why like when nobody comments on my shit, it's easy for them to like fuck with the views more, because when nobody's commenting, that's when they can fuck with the views and be like there's 0 people or 1 person when there's actually more. But if a lot of people are commenting, then they have to actually, because the comments have to match the views, otherwise it's gonna be weird. Sometimes my comments, there'll be somebody commenting and there'll be no views. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then it's because they fucked up. But then this is why if nobody's commenting, they can easily just make it less than how many people are actually in the room because nobody's commenting. So it first, but I can like see through all that bullshit. So, and it's funny because it's weird. It's kind of like, in a way, it's like it makes me kind of think like how mentally ill the government is, because like for them to even be like, first of all, I'm not even making money on this platform, so they must obviously think I give a fuck about views. Like, because there's other people out here who are that mentally unstable and they need validation. They care about people on their chat, so they're not even getting paid money from YouTube. They don't have no sponsors, but they care about their subscribers. And like, I'm not even monetized. I can't even get monetized because I don't even have 1,000 subscribers. So for them to even be playing with my views, they must actually think I'm like retarded. I'm one of these fucking retards out here who care about shit. Like, if it's not making me no type of money, or it's not bringing me nothing in general, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've got more fucking money through donations than some people with 1,000 subscribers who get paid off of YouTube, because my shit's real. So the universe is always gonna give me what I'm worth. So even though I'm not monetized, I've got donations from people tallied up to be more money. Like when I had my channel back in 2020 that got taken down, I had over like 100,000 views cumulatively. I remember YouTube paid from all of those views. I got a $50 check. I think it was like $50 from all of those fucking views. It was like over 100,000 views, and I got like, I was averaging probably like 100 to 200 views per video. I got like a $50 check after they took taxes and all that other bullshit out, and that was over all those views. This channel, I got less views than that channel, and through donations, especially the one dude who donated me a lot of money, I got more fucking money than that. So I got more money in donations than some people who have like 2,000 subscribers who get the same views I get. So I don't give a fuck about this shit. The universe is always gonna look out for you if you're putting in the work and energy and you're speaking some real shit. So I don't give a fuck about any of this dumbass shit. Like, it doesn't even matter to me. And this is not even how I even make my money. So when I see them playing on like people's channels and they're not even monetized and can't even get monetized, it just shows me how mentally ill they are. Like, you're shadow banning somebody that can't even get monetized. Like, that's weird. I could see you doing it if somebody was getting like 100,000 views and you didn't want them like making money and you want their views to go down. But somebody who's not even at 1,000 subs and you're doing that shit, that's hella weird. That's hella weird. It just showed you how butthurt. Like, because they don't think that they don't watch the small channel. They watch. Think about it, because you guys think that, oh, they don't watch the small channel because my channel's too small. No, that's the small channels are the only channels to watch. All the big channels, they're already federally funded by the government, by the agents. They're already funded, so the government knows what the big channels are talking about, what they're going to talk about, because all the big channels, they get sent videos through their emails to talk about certain topics. This is why every fucking big channel talks about TikTok, because they get videos sent by agents to talk about it. So they already know. So anytime they want to watch a video that is something that they don't know about, they have to watch the small channels. They have to watch the shadow ban channels to get the intel on what people are talking about. Anybody with a big channel is already compromised. So there's no reason to watch them. Why the fuck would you watch Infinite Waters? He doesn't talk about anything that's gonna help you or anything important. But somebody who has a small channel who they're shadow banning, that's some new shit that they have to watch. You get what I'm saying? So it's actually reversed. So just because you have a small channel, they're looking at you to see if you're gonna say something different or how your mind is or what. It's weird. These motherfuckers are weird. The fuck would I watch a big channel for? If you're funding all of those channels are meant to keep people from even watching the small channels. It's like filler. It's like they're in the way. They generate a lot of channels that are just in the fucking way, like fucking Infinite Waters and Black Magic 363 and all this Bobby Hemmett shit, just stupid shit that's like played the fuck out, especially in this shit. They promote shit like that. TikTok videos, fucking all this fucking like you guys know what I'm talking about. All those type of videos. Those are the only videos that they promote, so they can be in the way. So anybody speaking some real shit, they get oversaturated. Like not even oversaturated because, like I said, it's not really working anymore because their views, like it's starting to show that those aren't even real views. Because who's watching those videos? When you really tally up the people watching those videos, it's the same amount of people who watch small channels. The reason it doesn't look like that because they put it in the algorithm and they put fake views. So if you're putting fake views and you're putting shit in the algorithm, obviously it's gonna make it look like that person's making more videos. But if you even look at the videos that get the most play and algorithm, they're depressing, sad, defeatist videos about the economy, what the fuck Trump is doing, and digital ID, like just shit that's not important. Like, why do I care about any of this shit? Or how AI is gonna take over and it's gonna be Terminator 2.0. Like, no one cares about that shit. But that's the shit that gets the amount of views. Because you gotta remember, most people like they watch social media is used for most people as a coping mechanism. So the views that aren't fake on those channels, the views that are real, they're from people who are depressed and they're coping. So let's just say they probably work a job they hate, or they're probably going through some type of depression, or they're just miserable people because they feel like there's no hope. They watch a lot of TikTok shit to make them feel like, oh, the world's gonna end, the economy's gonna crash, and the aliens are gonna come, so it can make them feel better. So that you guys gotta always that's why like those videos get a lot of play. It's because of fake views and there's a lot of miserable people. Because anybody who's not miserable and depressed isn't gonna watch that shit. You're either watching that shit because you're the content creator making it and you're making money off of it, or you're a government, or you're a miserable depressed person who's using it as a coping mechanism. So there's only those three type of people who are going to be watching those type of contents. Nobody who's a real person is going to watch that, because you're either living your life doing real shit or you're watching some other real shit, which really there's not that much real shit, because if you're anybody who's on the real shit isn't going to be making videos no more. And if you are making videos, it's going to be just whatever you're doing, or you're just gonna be making videos just talking about nothing really. Just like I only reason I come on here is just to fucking burn time. To be honest, I don't even like to be on. I don't even like to do live streams if I have a lot of things to do, because it takes up a lot of time. Like I only spent an hour and 14 minutes on making this live stream. Right now, I'm on a fast right now, so I don't care if I burn an hour, 2 hours, 3. I don't give a fuck. I'm on a fast right now, and I'm gonna stop calling them fast, but so I don't really mind that shit. That's the only time I really like fucking going live or doing shit like playing video games, is if I'm on a fast. Like if I'm not fasting, I can't really be playing video games. I can't be on live because I'm actually trying to do shit in life, because the time is more valuable. If I'm like fasting or just bored, not doing, I have time to just waste, which is never the only time I can feel like I have time to waste. And even then, not really waste, but like is when I'm doing my fast. Other than that, I don't ever feel like I have time. That's why you guys don't see me on here. I'm right now. I'm on this shit because I'm doing a fast right now. So I don't mind burning an hour or two. I really don't give a fuck. And I'll probably hit up the game after this too. Then probably in the next probably tomorrow I'll probably go outside, do some qigong, because once I get deeper into my fast, then that's when I start being like, at least usually when I hit around like day 4 or 5, that's when like I'm really in my zone, where I really don't even need anything no more. I don't need like when like the higher I get in my fast, the more I feel like I don't even need shit. Not because I'm trying to not need it. Just things don't really entertain me. Like I need to be outside. I like to be out in like I need more negative ions, is what they call it, which is being outside. Because the negative when you're outside, you get certain energies, and when you're on an extended fasting state and you're doing qigong, you're more susceptible to those energies. So I like to be outside a lot more as I get deeper in my fast. Cause I'm not even gonna call it fast because right now I'm taking this shit to a whole nother level right now. I'm taking this shit to a whole nother level. I'm not really fucking around like I've been. Yeah, but just gotta. But I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna try to get on at least every day during my fast. Document, especially once I get to my extended days. I really want to document that shit. Not even document, but just make just show you. Like, yeah, document. I guess I say document. Show you guys like the different stages of the fast and everything. But this fast, I don't. I'm gonna do this one. I'll probably do this one for like 5 days because I haven't done one in about 3 weeks. So I'll probably do this for 5 days and then take a not even a day break. I'm gonna start the next one the next day, and then that one I'm gonna do that one for 21 days. That one I'm gonna go well deep because we going into the Scorpio season. Remember I told you there's gonna be a lot of shit in Sagittarius. We got Mercury, we got Mars, and we got a Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. All of this is going to be squaring the Saturn that's in Pisces. And this is the ending of Saturn. Saturn is going to be leaving Pisces on February. So this is the last square of Saturn in Pisces. So this is the last square. So this is going to be a final lesson. And it's going to be like a finale. So you want to do something that you don't want to do that's good for you. So whatever that's good for you that you don't want to do, you want to be knee deep in it right now because if you're just free just freelancing and just not doing nothing and you just in your desires and just fucking doing stuff, this is the time where the energies can really like whip your ass. You want to be doing something that you need to do that's going to be helpful to you even if you don't want to do it. It's going to feel like pain and you don't want to do it, but that's going to be good pain. That's the good square. Once you if you're not doing that, then you're going to be doing something that's going to like you're going to have a tower, what they call a tower moment. I don't like to say that, but you're going to have what they have a tower moment, or you're going to feel extremely like life ain't shit really. And I don't want you guys feeling like that. So you really want to get into your shit right now because once we hit this new year, which is going to be in April or in March, April, then it's going to be a whole nother ball game. Like you're gonna feel like life is just speeding up. Like you're gonna feel life is just speeding because everything right now, a lot of planets are gonna be going into retrograde. So you're gonna feel like life within the next month. You're gonna feel like life is like nothing is working. Like everything is just on pause. Within the next month, you're gonna feel like everything's on pause. Everything's slow. Nothing is really. But that's the time where you need to be knee deep in doing what you got to do. So that's what I'm saying. Like don't don't sleep on this shit, man. Because it's gonna be very problematic. And we got Mercury in retrograde, and it's gonna be retrograding in Sagittarius, and Mercury's gonna be squaring Saturn. So Mercury, like Saturn, Mercury square Saturn is already a negative alignment. That's usually mixed with depression, arguments, just it's gonna be a lot of, especially like if you're around people you don't like, try to hold off on the arguments because there's gonna be a lot of Mars conjunct Mercury, and then Mercury and Mars square Saturn. So that's like a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of depression and mental illness is gonna be in the world, especially when it goes retrograde in Sag. It's gonna be squaring Saturn. So that's a lot of fucking mental illness and fights and arguments if you're not careful. This is if you're not careful. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's more easier to have this shit done. So this is why I say be careful. So I suggest you just stick to something that you need to do and be on it. Be on it. Stick to what you need to do and be on it. But I think I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. I'm gonna be back a little later. It was funny how I said right when it's funny how right when I said I'm gonna end this live stream and then you say what's up, Mr. Chauncey? What was good? What's good with it? Shit. I'm just chilling right now. I feel like I might even get into that. There's certain shit I'm just not gonna even say, but no, nothing. I'm just chilling right now. Just doing my thing. Just telling people about fucking Saturn and yeah. Oh damn, this is gonna be a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off live, guys. I got some shit I gotta do, but I'm gonna be back a little bit later. I'll probably be back a little bit later tonight, and I'm gonna be like a little bit later tomorrow. I'm gonna be on it because I'm doing my fast right now, and I'm really doing this shit for a while. So I'm gonna be. I like to when I do my fast. This is when I really like to come up on here and just speak. So you guys will see a lot more lives that I'm gonna be doing from here on out. I'm gonna be live and just chilling. But all right then, guys. I'm out. Peace.